Finally, the time has come. The topic that none of us asked for, but all of us are subconsciously drowning in every day. Comparison, and how our greatest instinct for survival has become our favorite tool for self-destruction. You see, like a million years ago in the 1950s and 60s, there was this nerd named Leon Festinger, who was some kind of smarty pants. He and a couple other nerds got together and thought of a bunch of cool stuff. It was through their work that we understand things like propinquity, the phenomenon regarding familiarity and fondness through regular proximity. Cognitive dissonance, which is when your actions and beliefs are at war with each other, so your brain invents some Olympic-level logic to make them coexist. Like someone saying, sure, I smoke 2 packs a day, but if I got cancer, I would just command my body to resist it. That's just Jedi mind tricks for sipping on copium.
Okay, if I wanted my blood pressure to be low, I would simply command my body to make it low.
That's really not how chronic high blood pressure works.
Okay, well, it is how it works with Dennis Reynolds, okay?
One of the other contributions this coalition of lab rats made was defining social comparison theory. Why? What's that, you say? Well, it's a brilliant psychological phenomenon that says, hey, you want to know if you're doing okay in life? Want to check if your stuff is up to snuff? Well, you Homo sapien maverick, just compare yourself to other people. Genius. Truly Nobel-worthy stuff. You see, back in the ancestral days, before Wi-Fi, before TikTok dances, back when our biggest influencer was that one caveman who figured out fire, or that other caveman who figured out if you cook your food, you won't shit yourself to death. This instinct of social comparison was actually useful. Let's say you're a farmer in 6000 BC. Your wheat crops are shriveled up like the commander-in-chief's chode.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
What do? You look at your neighbor's crops. If his crops got that BBC energy and are generally less kill me and vibe,
hey, that's pretty good.
You copy him. And boom, your family doesn't starve. Evolution applauds. You're rizzed up and Chad-maxing. Now, as the brain thinkers were thinking about brains, there were tech thinkers thinking about tech. The ones and zeros, the qubits in AI. And as these tech thinkers thought, they thunked up some amazing things. Portable mobile telephone machines that could let you annoy your friends outside of your own home, even send messages filled with text for pennies a word. And the internet's interwebs were interconnecting. And after all that progress came a magic little portal called social media.
Nice.
A window into other people's lives, a snapshot into the souls of their existence. Except, it's not a window. It's a kaleidoscope dipped in lies and narcissism. And now, your caveman brain, the same one that used to glance over the fence at Steve's cornfield, is now staring at Steve's Instagram feed, where he's driving a Lamborghini in Dubai, has a protein shake sponsorship, and is in the arms of an OnlyFans model girlfriend. Now, your brain goes, ah yes, Steve is clearly surviving better than me. I mean, look at that Sigma Riz. I should copy Steve. Except, spoiler alert, Steve doesn't even own the car. Steve still lives with his mom. The Lamborghini actually belongs to a guy named Vlad who runs a pyramid scheme out of a warehouse in Miami, and all of Steve's photos are taken on some set built in a storage garage. It's already a well-documented phenomenon, where some people have even leaked these sets. Or like that notorious time Little Bow Wow posted a private jet on his Instagram while flying economy on a commercial airliner. He wasn't trying to lie to you. He was just using his imagination. But your brain doesn't know that. Your brain just sees success and goes, you are failing. Congratulations. This is what psychologists call an evolutionary mismatch, where an instinct that once saved us now sabotages us.
Look, here's
We're
the
gonna be
thing.
fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded.
It's like having those instincts to sprint from a saber-toothed tiger. Except now the tiger is your stack of overdue bills.
I'm afraid! All right? You want to hear me say it?
All because Comcast wants $89.99. Back then, this reflex kept you alive. Today, it just gives you anxiety over Wi-Fi.
Your latest bill is now due.
And here's the kicker. This mismatch is unavoidable.
Stop it. Get some help.
You can't turn it off. You can't say, hey brain, relax. You're not in competition with Kylie Jenner's skincare routine. No, the brain insists. Her skin shiny, copy or perish.
I want to die.
And perish you will. Not physically, of course. No, that would be too merciful. Instead, you'll perish spiritually, dissolving into a slow-motion hell where your self-worth rots one TikTok video at a time. Each clip another demon reminding you that 22-year-old retired millionaire is out there giving financial advice between brand deals while you're Googling if instant ramen counts as a vegetable. It doesn't, but it should. So instead of using comparison to plant better crops or innovate our own lives, we use it to convince ourselves that we're poor, ugly, talentless, behind in life, and my personal favorite, feeling unworthy of existence because you didn't get invited to Fire Festival, a luxury event so exclusive even the bands that advertised to perform and the influencers who promoted it didn't go.
Life sucks! And then you die!
And that's the tragedy. The survival instinct, once a secret weapon of humanity, has been hijacked by ring lights, Facetune, and whatever unholy AI filter that makes every TikToker look like a porcelain doll that escaped from hell. So, here we are, millions of us, trapped in an evolutionary booby trap. Not starving, not fighting lions, just sitting on ergonomic gaming chairs, eating Cheetos, and comparing ourselves to a fake reality our brain still thinks is a scoreboard of life. We are truly the dumbest, smartest species that ever lived.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.